So I put that air valve, which was right here, in the freezer because I want to test it to make sure that it actually closes when it's cold. While I'm at it, I'm going to clean a bunch of other electrical contacts in here that have to do with the cold start. This right here is the CTS, the cold. Is that right? Yeah, CTS, the coolant temperature sender, or coolant temperature sensor, excuse me. Right below that is the TTS, the thermo time switch. It's a little harder to see, but it's got like this six-sided bolt that bolts it into there. I'm not actually going to take that off. I'm just taking the electrical connections off to clean it right now. I just replaced all of the fuel injectors. I might take a look at those electrical connectors too, because I didn't actually replace those myself, so I don't know if they're very clean. While I'm at it, I'm going to do the TPS, the throttle position switch, which is right here, by the way. This is the intake plenum right here, or plenum. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce it. And then we also have the CSI, which is this little blue switch right here. That's the cold start injector, and that injects a little squirt of gasoline into the cold engine, I believe, in order to start it right away. Again, my car starts a little slow, so I want to clean up all these connections, make sure everything's nice and clean. And I think that might help, at least with the starting time. Because the more I lug the engine, the more I'm worried about killing those spark plug plugs. I mean, those are brand new, and these are only a year old. Or the ones that were replaced were only a year old. I have a feeling that they needed to be replaced probably because they got fouled. While I'm at it, there's also, well, that's part of the air conditioner, but this right here is the ignition coil. And I want to take a look at these electrical connections as well. I didn't clean those. There we go, a little more in focus. I didn't clean these when I went through the car in the past. I tried to clean as many electrical connections as I could find, but I shied away from the ones that had connections like this or that were hidden by plastic things because I was a little new to this car and I was afraid of messing with it and damaging something. Now I have a little more courage or stupidity either way. It doesn't really matter. There's a couple grounds here that I also cleaned in the past. You can see one right there. With the braided, the metal braided ground strap. There's another ground over here on the engine. That one is also one that I had cleaned a while ago. I would suggest that you take care of those as well. Now here's something that I'm a little nervous about. I want to clean the connectors in the starter. Problem is, nobody seems to have much information on where the starter is and how to get to it. The best I've gotten is that you pull out the windshield fluid reservoir, and lo and behold, it's down there somewhere through all these wires. Now I do see a little red wire right there. I think that's the oil pressure sender, or oil pressure sensor. I'll probably clean that too. And then there's that nice big thick red wire. That, if I'm not mistaken, is going to the starter, which I think is right below the oil pressure sensor. You can kind of see that dark thing that's covered in engine oil. My car was pretty dirty in the engine before I had the head gasket replaced. I think that's it. In fact, that is it. It's just how do you get to it? So that seems like a pretty difficult task. I don't have the fingers of a gnome, so I'm not exactly sure how to get in there. I also heard that you can take out this coolant reservoir. I will probably do that and see if I can get my hands to reach underneath everything and get over there. I don't want to mess with my throttles here. By the way, my old throttle ends were plastic. I had these replaced. There's metal ones you can get online. You can also apparently use Mercedes ones, and my mechanic said that these last a hell of a lot longer, which I thought was a good choice. By the way, another thing that I think is wise to take a look at is all the hoses. You can get really good hoses online. Again, I got mine from the, I think it's called High Performance, HI Performance. I replaced the oil hoses, the vacuum hoses. The only thing I didn't replace was the coolant hoses, which I will probably do eventually. Anything with liquid in it I didn't really want to touch. So electrical systems and vacuum hoses, always good to make sure they're in good shape. I'm probably going to go and clean any other electrical connections while I'm at it. I don't necessarily know what they all do, but the battery's unplugged. I'm pretty sure I can't really mess anything up too badly, and I probably won't kill anything. So yeah, fun.